Hey guys, it's the Crypto Cowboy. It's the 30th of November. We are after Thanksgiving in the United States, and coming to you here with another weekly wrap-up of the crypto market here, especially Bitcoin, following on the video that I've made last week. And thank you for watching and subscribing to it. We've had quite a few subscribers after the last week video. And it's Saturday morning, and I want to take a look at the price action and see where we are. And as you guys know, over kind of long-term analysis here, we are following a nice impulsive move since the end of last year, about 13th of December or 14th of December, when we made these lows down here. And the market rallied pretty much for the good half of this year, all the way up here into June, almost the end of June, into a nice impulsive move. So you have 5 waves up into this wave. And this is, by the Elliott wave principle, this is called an actionary wave, right? It's a nice impulse move, part of the motive structure. And anything that, has an impulsive characteristics, is followed by a correction. So if we have a 5-wave impulse, we are getting a 3-wave correction back. And this is turning out to be a more complex correction. But in terms of look, and price and time, it's totally normal. The slope of the descent is pretty clear. It's not as aggressive as the impulse move we've had. It's contained within parallel lines, which tells us that it's another characteristic of a corrective move. And if it's a simple 3-wave correction in a WXY, or if it's a complex correction in a WX, Y, X and another Z here, remains to be seen when we have confirmation that the move is over. So basically I have 3 counts. They all post into the point, actually I should say, into the same direction, which is up. And we are looking for a move above these highs at 14,000 and possibly much higher into a 3rd wave impulsive manner. So basically what we are looking here is we're looking to see if this correction is complete, all right? And I have 3 wave counts following on last week's video. And I have a green count, I have a red count, and a pink one, my favorite color. And let's see what each of them is saying. So basically, on this one, we have a W, a triangle in X, and another 5-wave move in A. We have a flat in a wave B, and then we're looking for this wave C to finish this larger wave Y, basically into this 161.8. And we can come a little bit lower here, and I'm going to do, let's see if I do a Y versus W and see where that kind of points in terms of ratio analysis. I guess we could come as low as 5,300 and still be completely fine with wave count in terms of guidelines here, and in the distance traveled basically into this wave Y versus this wave W. But I'm not looking for such a deep correction, but it's possibly gonna try to hug this trend line here and just try to complete this move. Anyway, as a substructure, as the C wave, we are not sure if this wave is complete, because this rise that we've had since this November 24th here, it's basically could be just a very simple 4th wave. So if this move from this wave B highs was just a 1, 2 and another 1, 2, 3, 4, then we should get this 4th wave in blue, followed by this 4th wave in blue, and then followed by this 5th wave. But this wave green, it's not complete just yet, so you have another 1, 2 inside that needs to complete. So we're actually doing this 4th wave green, and then we're going to develop into the 4th wave blue. Now if my wave count is incorrect, and somehow if I go on a 1-day chart, somehow this move up here is just a simple 2nd wave, where you have a wave 1 down and then you have a flat in wave 2, that means that we only have 1 subwave happening in here, and it's either by the fact that we have this wave B, the C orange, structure, then that means that this should be the fourth wave in blue instead of fourth wave green. So either way, this wave count says that we should have another move lower here to complete a fifth wave. And we are looking for signs to see if this wave 4 is complete. And by the guidelines of alternation, if this wave 2 was a flat, this wave 4 is probably a zigzag. So we're looking to see if this is complete. And you can see how the rally kind of stopped at the middle of this trend line of the channel, which is usually where they stop. You can see up here, right? And you can see how it offers resistance here as well. And then when they come from the top side, the middle line offers support, and you have this quick little bounces up. So I do consider this to be extremely important. Now, if this wave 4 is over, we should get a reaction down. On the lower time frames, it doesn't seem that it is. And I think we're probably going to get maybe one more move up higher here to do let me see if I have some subdivisions here. So I have if this is an ABC, then I'm looking for this C wave up to complete somewhere around 8,300 area. And, we would definitely need to have 5 waves inside this wave. And the way I would count that would be something like this, where you have wave 1 up, 2, and now this is some sort of a third wave up, although it doesn't look that impulsive, right? So you could have another small, 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5, 4, and 5 to complete the C lag. Or this basically could be a 1, 2, and then you have a very small 3 wave, and then you have this fourth, right? And now you're looking into this kind of ending diagonal type of a thing, but I don't like it because I don't have a nice clear 3-wave structure inside this wave 1. So basically what I'm saying is, for this to become a C wave, the impulse has to be a little bit stronger, and it's not just yet. So I'm going to let it develop here and see what happens. If we're going to get a small bounce up here in this wave, and then get a fourth and a fifth, and then complete this fourth wave in green, and then go back down, or not. But basically we can go as high as all the way down here at about 8,900, and we could still be in a fourth wave. It would be a pretty heavy fourth wave. Actually, let's see what is a 38.2 retracement in a fourth wave. Let's see what that is. Ratio analysis, 4v3. So we passed 3v2 at 7,500, and anything above 50%, starts to look funky as a fourth wave price action. All right, but this could be one interpretation of this retracement. So I'm going to see what happens here, and then we would get the completion, somewhere down into this area down here as a fifth wave, and then we will look for signs, for nice impulsive signs, and start moving to the top side. Okay, so then let's go to this green count that says that we have a wave 1 up again, right? And now you have this correction in a W, X, Y, and then you're doing another X in a flat, and now you're doing an ABC, and you're pretty much done with this wave 2. You pull back into the 50%, 2 versus 1 at 66.18, and we're looking for a nice reaction upwards. Okay, and if we started to build an impulsive move off these lows, and I'm going to go again and see what I have here as a wave count. Again, you have this wave 1 up, and then you have a nice pullback in wave 2 into the 618. Nice reaction from here. We've talked about this into our crypto room on Telegram channel. There was a good kind of a good trade setup as a pullback here for a nice impulsive move up, and we've taken the top of the wave 1. But now the subdivisions here are starting to be tricky, like I've said before, either a wave 4, and if it is to be an impulsive wave in a wave 3, it needs to really get going. So you should have another 1, 2 down here, right? And now if you're doing another 1, 2, then the rise has to be pretty aggressive. If we drop below the 73.86, this whole thing is going to come into question. And unless you have a flat in a wave 2, where you basically go, I'll show you how that would look. I'm going to go in a wave 3 and decompose it. So So you're going to decompose this as an impulse, and now you have this wave 1, and now this is a flat here in a wave 2, like that. Right? So you have basically 3 waves down, 3 waves up, and now we're looking for a 5-wave move down into this wave 2. To complete a flat correction, and there would be an expanded flat, so you have 1, 3, 3, 5, and then you have a sharp rise up into a wave 3, 4, and 5 to complete a third, 4, and 5 to complete a larger 1. So this is the bullish count that I'm looking for. So unless this is a 1, 2, and now you're doing another 1, 2 small here, 3, 4, and 5, that's also possible. So I will allow for this, short of extending this wave 2 very largely to the right here in time, where it becomes kind of awkward as a wave 2, this doesn't become invalid unless we're dropping below the 68, 64. So a critical zone of support for the sustainability of this count or of this rise as an impulse is basically this wave 2 low of a larger degree into 68, 60. I would consider this very important. The moment we go below this, then more than likely we finish that 4th wave up correction, and then we are going to make new lows here. Okay, so this is the green count, and let's go to the pink count, where we actually, where it actually says that this is a whole B wave. I'm going to go on a 2-day chart, and you have, again, a triple flat correction, a triple 3, where you go a WX, and then you have a Y wave, right? You have an A triangle B down in C as a Y, and then you have another X wave up, and then we're doing another A, B, and C to complete the Z wave as a zigzag. So if this wave is done as a wave way, when you go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and you're done in A, and now this pullback in wave B is kind of shallow, and just like it would be for the wave 4, it's not clear that it's complete just yet because you need a 3-wave structure. So we could come up, we can come a little bit down here and then go back up as a B wave. Ideally, you want to see this B wave a little bit higher than 38% as a pullback, and that's all we were managed to pull back so far. So I would like to see a move into the 8200, maybe even into the 8700 as a B wave in 3 waves correction. And then a sharp down in C where everybody really gets bearish and has a feeling of desperation, and we're going to new lows and Bitcoin is done and all that kind of talk that's characteristic for a sharp wave down in C. And then we can probably create a low as a wave 2, and then we're going to have a nice sharp rally to the top side above this 14,000 zone. So it starts to shape up like this could be a possibility here. Again, if I go on smaller time frames, I want to see a nice development up into this wave B, where we have, let's say, a first wave up into A. And I was looking at this being a leading diagonal, but we don't have nice clear overlap, although in terms of a wave structure, it looks pretty clean, because you have the largest wave 1, the largest wave, which is wave 1 in 1, and then you have 2, and then you have a wave 3, which is shorter than wave 1. That's why you cannot have a regular impulse leg, because this wave 3, so you cannot have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, because this third wave is shorter than wave 1. So it's the shortest wave of the impulse leg, which is not allowed. So if it is a leading diagonal, then you got to have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But this wave, I don't think I have an overlap here. I don't think, not even by 1 Satoshi, it's not coming down. So I don't know. If it is, then we would get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a sharp pullback here above this wave 2 low at about 6,900, and then you can go up higher as a wave 3. But as a wave B, it would be an A wave here, and now we're doing a B, and now you're doing a C up to complete this B wave. Okay, it would be something like this, decompose as a correction. So you have a wave A there, you have a wave B up here, and then do a C. So what we're looking for is the personality of these waves and see how they develop. Anyway, for a bullish outlook and to get more confidence that we are actually finished as a complete overall pullback into Bitcoin, I want to see the market climb above this X wave. and definitely break this trend line. For right now, it still looks weak. I mean, we've had signs of impulsive from these lows before, and they failed to confirm. So I guess a move above, a sustained move, impulsive move above this middle trend line. Then I want to get above this 8,900 level. Clear 5-wave moves up to the top side, clear pullback, and then we can say, yes, the correction is over. So I would hold my horses. Definitely, any moves of the low as a wave one, comes with worry. It's definitely a characteristic of the wave personality. People don't trust it, and that's how bull markets start, by a lack of trust in a wave one. Then you have those sharp pullbacks, in wave twos, where people think that we're actually making new lows, and that's just actually a wave two. And then you're starting to rise up as a nice impulse into a wave three, when people start to join in, and you have a nice bull market, and money starts pouring in and all that. But I don't think we're at that phase yet. I think the market is still acting sort of weak, and it's trying to find a footing. So in terms of psychology, I'm not fully convinced that we have found low. So let's let the market show us. Let's let the market commit to us before we commit to the market, and then we'll give it the benefit of the doubt, and we'll see where we go. Okay. Until then, I would continue to be cautious and try to stay out of a chop in the market, and look for good opportunities. Okay. So if you guys want to take a look at that, come and visit into our crypto room on the Telegram channel. You can see the links below, and you can find me also on TradingView. I do updates there as well. Subscribe to this channel. Give us a thumbs up. So if you like this video and you want more content like this, and I'll see you next week for the next update. All right. Have a great weekend. Talk to you soon. Bye.